This is the first time we've been back in Indy since the tip-off. So that kind of tells you like what kind of season we're having. And we knew we still had one last chance, and we need like everybody to be on board and all in. Just give it all for this last push, and whatever happens after, it happens. And the morning of the flight, okay, see Saint, Pondo type, they're ready to go. They see me come down to the lobby. Where found that? I'm like, you called him? He said, yeah, he's not answering. Then I talked to Kev. He said he tested positive. I'm like, tested positive? So he's not making a trip with us. So we thinking like, dang, season on the line, we may have to pick up a whole another person that we haven't played with ever. I don't know if the league didn't have any replacement players or what, but they end up letting them play from home.
The Raptors see what Fanta and crew can produce. Type, he'll come up and set the screen once more. Fanta, a lot of space, too much space, and he greens it!
Yank!
Damn, good D, bro.
Oh! We're good. Make him beat us. Make him beat us right here.
Take him up. Whoa, don't come down.
I don't know you were doing that.
Talk, y'all talk.
Hey, but Fanta, he's in front of you.
Hey, give me a 3 here. We need one here.
That can't happen. I don't even play with them. I don't know how they run their defense, but just from a 2K side, that's common sense. He got beat. He's a guard. He has no reason to chase him when Type is his security blanket. Just release, switch. It's that simple. It's ABC. And he didn't do that, so they paid for it.
There we go. Trying to get some stamina back. They play up just a little bit too high. Bumpy Don jumps. Fanta getting into the mid-range very late.
Like, what? Like, this is stunning.
Gallo right back. This will be for the win. And DJ greens it.
That is like, that's a game they should have closed, and they can't blame nobody but the point guard.
Tight, come here. Tight. You know for 5v5 what the game plan is. We need to like help him execute it because he's shown he just can't do it himself. So I'm leaning on the vets here. We got 4 of them. We need to put it on your guys' hands. I trust him to hit shots. I trust him to do his thing when he needs to do his thing. I expect you guys all to be professionals because that's the only way we're going to win for 5s. Like Magic, I'll be honest, are like looking better than when we played them at the start of the year. So like we gotta lock in. Like we can do whatever tonight, but like tomorrow for scrims, let's make sure we try and get better.
He went for a putback from the mid-range. God bless.
We had Founder coming in as a young talent. We knew that he had the stick skill to be like a good guard. Like that was never in doubt. As a point guard, you got to know what's going on and like how to control the tempo of a game, or at least have an idea of what the defense is doing and making it tough on you for you to make your adjustments. Type, he's very emotional. Like he's improved a lot from last year, because when he came in last year, he was just like a hothead. But that fire is like still in him. Like he want to win, so that's why he gets emotional. That's why you see him doing things like throwing his controller. Saint, who comes in, all he knows is win. So when things not going his way, he can get very, very emotional. And it's like when he gets that one track, it's hard to like get him to like take deep breaths or like calm down and like get him to understand that we still good. You know, it's a lot of game to play. Like they haven't put us away. We still can fight. In so many words, the season's been like so tough, because we kind of, as a unit, like from the beginning of the year, we failed to get along. And when you do that, you know, in this league, if you're not moving as a unit, moving as one, you're not gonna win games. So on paper, we right there, but you know, it's more than just on paper.
Harris, Fanta playing well. He is playing well, and it's kind of been a theme for him in the second half of the season so far. I've been really impressed with his development. He definitely started slow, whether it was the tip-off tournament or the turn. He just had not been able to get his scoring going. But you look back at the 5v5 seed weeks, and you see upticks at every important spot. Points per game, assists per game, field goal percentage as well. Fan has been playing better as of late, and you kind of seen to start the second half. When he's looking for his shot, and he plays aggressively, he is still one of the better guards in the world. It's just that he can get very timid and uncomfortable at times.
1 minute left in someone's season. And they turn it over with 11.8 to go. And I think the Raptors were conceding. I think they were done. Just didn't have that success this season.
And it's just like wow to me, because I thought this would be a team that, you know, at least fighting for like one of the last seeds in towards the championships. 3v3, I don't think there was any question that, hey, that team should have automatically been there next week. But yeah, it's been one of these nightmare seasons that you want to quickly forget.
The Bad Bucks get it in. They take the shot, and they are the NBA 2K League Season 5 champions.
I know he's definitely never made any like deep run, like Elite Eight, something like that. So to go from that, like 5 seasons in the league, you know what I mean? Like I got my ass kicked 1 season, like this year, and I'm sitting there depressed and like feeling bad for myself, you know what I mean? I can't imagine like 5 seasons of that. So to still have that dedication and put in the work he put in and come out with the championship, I'm sure that's a surreal feeling.
I told him when, like, me and him had a talk before he left, and I'm like, bro, I want to see you do good. And that was like my biggest thing with Dimes. It was like, you don't got to question them being 100% locked in, fighting for your pockets and also theirs, you know what I'm saying? So I always respect anybody in the league that's like that.
Just wanted to say a couple of things. I know you guys fly out on Wednesday, but you know, this season was like a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and I think one thing that Raptors Uprising really pride ourselves on since season 1 and inception is, you know, once you're a Raptors Uprising player, you join the roster, you're a Raptors Uprising player for life. You know, each season we make sure that, you know, you get something to commemorate, you know, your time here, whether it's since season 1, you know, or just joining the team here, but we like to build that legacy and continue to build some stuff. So we got some gifts for you this season, and I think you guys are really gonna like them. So our friends at Dekai Customs, you know, put something together for you guys.
Oh, these are fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, these are crazy.
I appreciate it.
It's crazy.
The off season, I gotta get to work. I gotta focus on self. I can't worry about who we're bringing in, you know, I can't focus on these things. I just gotta prepare myself to be ready for whatever challenge that faces me.
I learned a lot this season just because through all the challenges and all the adversity we faced, I know going into next year what to expect, how to approach the off season, and what I should be looking for going into the off season. Obviously to play 2K23. I want to get my game better. I think going from center to power forward, it took kind of a hit to my game, and I think I got to get back to center, get back to what I was doing. What I can do best is work on my playmaking at center. That's one thing I need to do in the off season, so I'll be doing that a lot in Pro-Am.
Underperformed is an understatement, so it's tough. But at the same time, I feel like I've grown as a person a lot. I've always understood like your mental is kind of everything, but I've never really struggled with it. Obviously listen and take people's opinions into account. You're not the smartest person in the world, but when it comes down to just the basics, like trust yourself and do what you think you can do.
I mean, I'd love to be back on the Raptors. I feel like honestly, me being 100% transparent, like it's rebuild mode. I knew coming in, it was like rebuild mode. So obviously I want to win. So not only for myself, but for my team and the organization, that I'm gonna find my things I need to work on this year and like self-reflect and try to come back better.